Hi friends, welcome to another Can't Sleep Creations collaboration hosted by Crafting with Indie Annie Jones, Shabby Meets Bling, and Up All Night DIY. Links to the hosts and the playlist will be in the description box. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm combining DIYs 1 and 2 because they both use air clay, and some of the steps I did at the same time. So initially I'm using this Sesame Street clay that I found at Dollar Tree in the toy aisle. It's called Model Fluff. You can either air dry it or play with it and then reuse it, put it back in the little Ziploc bag that it came in. So I found an image of a Peep online, so I just traced it out and cut it out with some cardboard, and I'm going to use that as my template to cut out yellow, red, and a blue Peep trio for my tier tray. Okay, so to start, I'm just using the blue clay, and I reach in to grab like a handful of it. I was thinking that probably about half of the 2-ounce bag, I would use that for each of my Peeps. And it's super stretchy, like taffy, like just like that Play-Doh air clay that Dollar Tree sells as well. So I just trying to get it together in a usable clump, and I kind of form it into a rectangle, and I use my little cardboard template to see about how much more I need to stretch it out. And then once I get it to the size that I need, it's really easy to work with actually. It's not as wet as like the Sculpey type clay. It's just super stretchy like taffy candy. But so initially when I put my template down, I thought I could use a craft knife to cut through it since scissors work well with it. Well, that was a bad idea. So then I get a pen and I just trace around, like press around the template into the air clay, and I end up just using my scissors just to snip around and to get the shape of my Peep cut out. So I snipped around a bit, and then I just smoothed out the edges before I moved on to cutting out the rest of the Peep. Once I was completely finished cutting, I just kept smoothing around, and I even used the end of the craft knife to kind of accentuate the area around the head, and I tapped to kind of flatten the bottom so it would be easier for when I glue it down. And then I was comparing with my template and it looked nice, so I'm going to repeat the same steps with the next 2 packets of the clay. So once I was finished cutting out all of my Peeps, I placed them on a paper towel to help them to dry faster. And within about 2 to 3 hours, they were turning to that foamy texture to where they weren't malleable anymore. And I still have plenty in each bag to do more DIYs. So look out for this product at your local Dollar Tree. Okay, so sticking with our theme of Peeps, I have 2 packages of air dry clay that I found at Dollar General. These were $1, 1.76 ounces. The Sesame Street clay fluff was 2 ounces, so it's just a little bit less, but it's a quarter cheaper. And again, I found another image of a Peep, a larger Peep, so I want to have my trio of my smaller Peeps and then one that's like double the size. So this one is coming in at a little over 6 inches, and my smaller one was a little under 4. So this is my jumbo, and I'm gonna put these 2 together. And I love this purple. I gotta show you guys, I found these Peeps, sparkly wild berry, and I thought that was just so adorable. And I couldn't find a lavender, but when I saw this, I was like, well, you know, close enough. It's still a really cute springtime color to have purple, so I want to make a big purple faux peep. And this is wrapped in plastic, unlike the Sesame Street. Okay, so once it's out of the package and I lay my template on top, I see that I only need to use a portion of that second one to achieve the size of the peep that I want. So I just do just a little bit of rolling just to ensure that I have the width that I need. I still want this to have a nice thickness to it. So I cut off the amount that I need to add to my original package so that I can get them kind of mended together. And the only thing that I will say that I don't like about this type of clay is that unless you take it in your palm and you like ball it up to form like a big ball of clay, it doesn't really like mend together the way, say, the Sculpey type clay does. But other than that, I like working with this clay, and to me, that's really the only drawback. So once I get the width that I need, I just take the same steps that I did with my small peeps, and I just trace out with my pen, and then I go back with my scissors and I cut out my peep. Okay, so once all of my peeps were dry, I found a couple pieces of scrap wood that I could set them up on. So I'm just covering them in just some matte apple barrel white paint. Okay, so now I'm going to cover all of the peeps in my extreme glitter so they look like they've been dipped in sugar. Once the extreme glitter had dried, I'm taking a vinyl bow tie that I had left over from Christmas from some gingerbread DIYs, and I thought that'd be really adorable for my jumbo peep. And then looking at the actual peeps to look at the face, I'm using chocolate bar apple barrel paint to add the eyes and noses. So for the larger one, I'm using a piece of a stem from some florals. And then for the smaller peeps, I'll use the end of a super fine paintbrush. Okay, so now I want to get them set up on the piece of wood, and I'm just going to attach them with hot glue because they're really lightweight, and when this air clay dries, it's really like a foam. So I didn't feel like I needed to do anything else like putting a backer behind them. So I'm just attaching them with just some regular hot glue, and then I decided that I wanted to add a little sign, but I couldn't find my little Dollar Tree chalkboard sign, so I just used a piece of a large craft stick, and then I just wrote out, "Hey Peeps." Okay, since the purple one is larger, I'm going to use a couple of wooden cubes to help support this one, and I'm just going to get this attached just with some hot glue. And then finally, I just add a larkspur bloom on either side, and that's it for this jumbo peep. And here's my completed peeps. So sweet, so adorable. Really love the way this model fluff looks as candy. I really hope they come out with more colors. And here's my jumbo peep with his adorable bow tie. Now this glitterific is totally dry. I don't know why it has streaks in it, but nonetheless, I love the faux sugary look of this piece. Let me know, what do you think of my faux peep DIYs? Okay, so for this final DIY, I have a birdhouse from Dollar Tree, erasers from Dollar Tree, plastic bag, some cake decorating tips, the last bit of my lightweight spackle, and two beautiful colors for spring, cameo pink and lavender sachet. So I've seen lots of really cute Easter houses and beautifully painted like resin eggs at like Home Goods and TJ Maxx. So I want to do one, a little house that's more budget friendly. So I think I will have my roof pink and then the body of this house lavender sachet. I do need to pull out this and fill this in because this will be my doorway. So we can take this little perch off if we can get this off cleanly, and then we can patch that. That's not too bad damage. I can put a little spackle on that and have that setting up while this is really getting harder. While I do the top. For the faux whip, I noticed that I didn't close this properly the last time, the lid, so I had to add a generous amount of white paint to really get this softened up, and then I put some Recollections iridescent glitter so I would have sparkle in my faux whip. And so once it was nice and smooth and softened up, I picked the tip that I would use. I believe it was called Crescent, and it has like the little teeth in it, so there'll be lines in the faux frosting once it's added to the birdhouse. So once I get the tip pushed into the bag, then I just try to scoop it directly into the tip and give it a little squeeze. And I draw in my doorway with a pencil, and I plan on adding frosting once I'm finished with my roof line to that doorway as well. Starting out adding the frosting to the roof of the house, I had the tip turn the wrong way. So once I gave it a little turn and started to squeeze again, then all of the little line detail was showing. So once I finish this side of the house, I go back and I scrape off the front and I redo that so that it had all that cute little line detail in the frosting. And once I was finished with all of the frosting detail, I took 2 toothpicks, painted them white, and just measured according to the size of the opening at the top of the house. I'm gonna hot glue these down to create a multi-pane window look. And of course, I'm gonna add my glitterific to my little bunny house so I get that nice sugary glittery look. And here's my completed Easter bunny house. I absolutely love it. It's so delicious and adorable. And here are all 3 of my sweet Easter DIYs on my little Target tiered tray. They look so cute together. These were so much fun to make. I think they turned out so adorable. I would love to know what you think of all 3 of these. And also, if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And don't forget, we do have an awesome playlist. I'll have a link to that playlist and all 3 hosts in the description box. I hope you have an incredible Easter season.